Assalamu alaikum and thank you for joining us. This was an important week for Pakistan's diplomacy for Palestine. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Mohammad Ishaq Dar visited Istanbul, Turkey on 8th of June to attend the extraordinary meeting of the D8 Council of Foreign Ministers held to discuss the situation in Gaza. The Deputy Prime Minister presented Pakistan's stance on the ongoing genocide in Gaza and the urgency of an unconditional ceasefire, lifting of the siege, and unimpeded flow of aid for the Palestinian people. He called for unified international efforts, especially by the D8, to end the war being waged against the people of Gaza and the war crimes being perpetrated by the Israeli occupation forces. On the sidelines, Deputy Prime Minister Dar met with the foreign ministers of Turkey, Malaysia, and the acting foreign minister of Iran. He also called on the foreign minister, along with foreign ministers of D8 countries, President Tayyip Erdogan. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Mohammad Ishaq Dar also attended the high-level conference on Gaza, held on 10 to 11 June in Amman, Jordan. The conference was jointly organized at the initiative of His Majesty King Abdullah of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, His Excellency President Sisi of Egypt, and His Excellency Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of the United Nations. In his statement at the conference, the Deputy Prime Minister condemned the illegal acts of the occupation authorities for violating international law, employing starvation as a tool of war, and targeting humanitarian supplies and infrastructure. He also criticized Israel for ignoring calls from the United Nations, the International Court of Justice, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the wider international community, and even its own allies to halt its aggression against the people of Gaza. The Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister called for a complete, durable, and unconditional ceasefire in Gaza and end to violence in the West Bank. He called for enhanced humanitarian assistance to Gaza and support for UNRWA, advocating for the reversal of suspended donor support. He also advocated for an embargo on military supplies to Israel, demanding the immediate withdrawal of Israel forces from Gaza, and suggested deploying an international force to protect Palestinian civilians. On the sidelines of the conference, Deputy Prime Minister met with President-elect of Indonesia, Foreign Minister of Malaysia, the Minister of State of the United Kingdom. He also met with the Secretary General of the United Nations. Pakistan welcomes the 12th of June report of the UN Independent International Commission of Inquiry on the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem and Israel. The findings of the Commission of Inquiry have confirmed reports of Israeli war crimes of starvation as a method of warfare, murder or willful killing, intentionally directing attacks against civilians, forcible transfer, torture, and inhuman and cruel punishment. Pakistan believes time has come to hold Israel accountable for its grave crimes. We call on global conscience to force Israel towards an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. It is also critical to bring an end to the war on the people of Gaza. In this context, Pakistan notes positively the adoption of UN Security Council Resolution 2735 and expresses hope for a permanent and sustainable ceasefire and end to the suffering of the Palestinians in Gaza. The 33rd anniversary of the massacre at Chota Bazar, Srinagar, was observed on 11th of June. On 11th June 1991, India's Central Reserve Force personnel opened fire at civilians, which resulted in killing of 32 civilians and injury to 22 others. The victims also included an old woman and a child. We remember the victims on this somber occasion and demand justice for them. Pakistan will continue to extend political, diplomatic, and moral support to our Kashmiri brothers and sisters for the just and peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. I thank you.